welcome back to another wonderful episode of Retro Warriors. With me is I'm your host, leader and JustinVA of Monarch Elite Fighters, and with me is my special two crew members. Say hello.
Hey everyone, your favorite crossover Fanatic here, your favorite wild card and second leader of the Retro Warriors or something like that, or whatever you want to call me, or something. I don't know. I can't make an intro for shit.
And this is your sarcastic bastard of a researcher, HazardOfChaos. Basically the one who doesn't give a fuck and just gets the job done.
Like any good bookworm.
Go fuck
Anyway.
yourself with a 10-foot pole, you son of a bitch!
Yang. Anyway, today's episode, we're going to be reviewing...
He's here to save the nation, so stay tuned to this station. If not, we'll be unemployed. Freakazoid, Freakazoid, Freakazoid.
Freakazoid. Yep. Hopefully the intro played. Anyway. But today we're not alone. We have a little special guest. We did talk about having some guests with us, so this is going to be one of those episodes. So, if he likes, this guest can introduce himself. Say hello. And I'm already regretting this guest already. Introduce yourself properly.
Okay. Sheesh. Hello, Puppy Empire here, and thank you. And I'm here with these wonderful people, and I hope they're not going to kill me. But,
Yes, sir, we're armed and you're not. What do you think?
but I am grateful I'm here though, because of this one cartoon. Thank you guys for having me.
We got nothing better to do. Anywho.
What we ever have better to do.
I might as well explain this. The reason we're having Ryku here as a guest is because we decided to at least switch it up just for this one time for the moment, and just, have a guest along who basically knows at least some idea of what the fuck good old cartoons are like Freakazoid here.
But just for warning, guys, this isn't gonna be like we're not gonna have guests all the time, so it's not gonna be consistent.
It's whenever
like,
we basically feel it'll be a good, will be like our decision, and even though it would have to be unanimous decision.
Yeah, and so if anything, right now, we're not going to say this is a permanent thing or anything like that. We're just going to test the waters a bit to see if you guys like guests or not, but don't consistently ask for them because that's not what the Retro Warriors is supposed to be. And if you plan to ask us for like certain people for guests, we don't really want to, it's not that we don't want to ask them, we rather prefer if they wish to ask us because because if you guys know what we do on Retro Warriors, we all sit together one big voice call and basically binge watch the shit out of a long cartoon series and all that.
Yep. Not to mention, we basically, if they want to ask us personally, then that's their decision. We're not going to try and bug them into it or anything. If you guys are going to ask us to do that, we cannot guarantee anything. That's literally the decision of whoever basically you guys want to basically have guests with us. But other than that, it's basically just a retro trio for the most part. Take it or leave it.
Yeah.
Don't like it? Kiss my ass.
Yeah, but if anything, we have the final decision of if we want to have a guest or not, because we don't want to make it a consistent thing, because that's not what we're here for. We're here to review good TV shows and all that. Anyway, but now that's out of the way, let's get started. So today we're talking about the good old man in red unitard, Freakazoid.
Pretty much.
Freakazoid.
God damn it.
Stop
Okay.
that. We probably already have Warner Brothers on our ass already. Anyway.
Okay, I might as well start things off a little bit. Basically I'm just giving a brief synopsis. You can take over from there, Justin, since this is mostly your
I'm
thing.
just gonna say a little thing what the show was and who it was made by is all.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so this show is Freakazoid. Basically, think of it like another version of Deadpool, but more bluer and red unitardy, I guess. He is made by the Warner Brothers Studios and our beloved creator Steven Spielberg, who's created familiar cartoons with Pinky and the Brain and the Animaniacs.
Well, technically, Spielberg was the executive producer, but you're not wrong. You're not far off either way. It was actually created by, believe it or not, the last two people you'd expect for a slapstick comedy like Freakazoid. It was actually created by Bruce Timm and Paul Dini, who were infamous for basically creating shows such as Justice League Unlimited, Justice League itself, Batman, the animated series, and so on. So
Yeah.
this is the last show you'd expect, basically, for those who have a hand in.
Well, if anything, it just shows what kind of humor, because sometimes, aside from the seriousness, there's got to be some kind of goof humor down there. So,
True. And originally, believe it or not, Freakazoid was actually intended to be a very serious cartoon show. Like, along the lines of Batman, almost. But Spielberg said, fuck it, we're making it comedy.
yeah, why not?
And a lot of wall breaking.
But, you are not far off. But alright, Hazard, go ahead and give the folks here the synopsis of what you know of Freakazoid here.
Okay, so basically put, Freakazoid's about, essentially, a 16 to 17-year-old kid named Dexter Douglas, who, due to a weird, freaky flaw in his computer, accidentally gets electrocuted, zapped into cyberspace, and turned into basically the, as Justin so kindly put it, the red unitard wearing, absolutely insane in the brain superhero Freakazoid.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. And his
But,
catchphrase, aw, nut bunnies.
To be fair, he has a lot of catchphrases. It's just like he just pulls them out of a random bag at anything.
True.
Uh-huh.
But,
Yeah, true.
So let's see.
We can.
We can start with favorite characters, I guess. I mean, there's a
Well, I
lot.
guess. But before I just want to get in this one little thing.
What's that?
Sure.
There, like, I thought we could talk about like how it was running and why it ended, maybe.
Why not? I mean,
Yeah,
from
so
what
go
I
ahead.
know of, here's one of the things that have kind of ruined Freakazoid's chances for a third season onward. The fact that, here's the thing, 3 major factors were what caused this show to basically have a premature end. One was the fact that they kept changing the time slots for Freakazoid, and I mean constantly. And I remember as a kid, they basically aired it like one time they used to air it after school, then another time they aired it during the weekends, on Saturday mornings. It was just all over the place. The second thing that kind of killed the series overall was pretty much the lack of, I guess, here's the thing, their target demographic was roughly from 6 to 12-year-olds. But they kept attracting a lot of older viewers, so they kind of fucked up in that department already. Like, their main audience turned out to be age range of 14 to 30, instead of the original, like, again, 6 to 12, like they intended. And another thing was, what was it? Because, basically, how I put this, the last demographic was literally because, people not understanding the series at its time. So, if nothing else, at worst, this was a show guilty of being ahead of its time.
Mm-hmm.
So, ouch on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those are the 3 things that kind of ruined Freakazoid in its own right. Mostly production issues and the demographic wasn't what they were intending. But I'll give Warner Bros. This much. Considering the humor in that series, I'll give them credit for apparently thinking kids were smarter than they actually than like, you know, would be believed. So there you go.
Pretty much. But yeah, we could all. But aside from its sad thing, we can all agree from watching it, even though some of the episodes were the same or repeated, but there was a lot of different ones. Because I think it's one of those times, like, when they couldn't think of an idea, they just put the same episode in the...
I would be
thing,
surprised if they
that
drew them
way-
out of a hat.
Yeah. But if anything, repeated episodes is still fine. It just means it's good to rewatch and rejoy.
Yeah.
But I guess we can move on to like we don't want to bother with the voice actors because
Well, there's a very short list of major voice actors because there were just there were a lot of voice actors that were there, either as guests or otherwise. But the main ones you need to consider are like Paul Rugg, who was the original voice of Freakazoid. Incidentally, here's the fun part about this one: Paul Rugg was not originally brought in as a voice actor; he was brought in as a writer.
Really?
Yes. He was actually brought in as originally as one of the writers. But when here's how he got the role of Freakazoid, and you're gonna laugh at this one. According to an interview, Rugg basically like was just fucking around at work one day while he was writing. Like he was just joking off his friends, making all these fucking weird impressions, and all of a sudden he's like, "You get the part of Freakazoid." He's like, "Wait, what?"
So he just fooled around.
Yeah. Yeah.
Doing voices.
Yes,
And he just got the part of Freakazoid.
pretty much. He was literally brought in just to demonstrate how he thought Freakazoid should be from a writing perspective. But
What?
but somebody apparently recorded his interpretation, and Spielberg approved it on the spot.
Wow. Wow. That's when everybody can become a voice actor. Just do a pressure, full up with friends, do a couple voices, you can get the damn part.
Yep, and believe it or not, there were a couple of voice actors in the series, like, let's see, Ed Asner. He was literally told not to actually act his part, just be himself. That's how he did his role so well. Just be himself.
We also do know Ed Asner is the guy who voiced Cosgrove, our very favorite, lovable, passive-aggressive cop.
Mm-hmm.
And the one that commands respect just by basically saying the one favorite line of his, Justin.
Cut it out!
Exactly. Another major character, though he was only in like maybe 4 episodes total. Though he was technically a major character, Roddy McStew. Basically an ill-tempered Scotsman who once worked for the villain of the series. Like the major villain of the series.
Anyway, I guess we can move on to favorite characters, but it won't surprise you if most of us would say it's Freakazoid or something.
I'm not gonna lie to you, this is just my honest perspective, but my favorite characters, and this one's a tie, by the way, it's a toss-up between Cosgrove and Candlejack. Fuck you, Ryku, if you say anything.
You said the name. You said the name. I didn't say nothing.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
No, we're not doing this. Not doing this. Ow, 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 ow.
Okay, ow. Yeah,
all right. Let's go back to our favorite characters.
Well, it is Cosgrove. Cosgrove. Yeah, I'm not saying that name. I'm not saying that name. And Freakazoid.
I don't blame you.
Frosty, what about you?
Freakazoid. Cause like the randomness.
That
It's
sounds
all
about right.
The randomness and the personality. It's all about the randomness of that person.
You are so easy to please.
To be fair, can you blame her though in this
try every
case?
time.
Can you blame her though in this case? Freakazoid is just full of weirdness.
And randomness.
Well, yeah. But anywho,
Justin?
it's probably Roddy McScrooge, the favorite Scotsman of the group.
I don't blame you.
Freakazoid. But yeah.
I mean, yeah, he was Freakazoid's mentor, and he does know his stuff, despite being, you know, all ill-tempered and shit.
Well, fuck you douchebag!
Can I say this?
What's up?
Can we all agree that Cosgrove's the best person to chill out with, and he can buy us food every time he buys us something?
Pretty much.
I'm not sure if he buys the food. I think they just go out to food. It's like, well, I'll just say this, even though it's probably out of explanation, but we just say, Cosgrove is, when he's just there for a joke, is like when Freakazoid's about to do something, he's like, hey Freakazoid, you wanna go get a malt shake? He's like, okay, and they just go do that.
That's like, that'd be the funniest thing when it's such, and they had a big situation right there, and Cosgrove had knows that Freakazoid wanna go out some ice cream. Well, would I?
Pretty much.
But yeah, but remember, Freakazoid may look like a grown man, but he's definitely not a mature one. He's still like a kid at heart.
He's not.
He's a lunatic,
this is technically a 16 to 17-year-old teenager who just happens to have a superpowered form.
Exactly, but if anything, he's just a kid at heart who just bounces around and not really act mature at most situations. Sometimes yes, but he really follows his teenager heart and mind and things like that. If anything, it's quite the polar opposite of how Dexter would act. If anything, from what I...
Go ahead.
I just want... It's okay. From what I want to say, or best describe it, the way how Dexter lives his life, I feel like Freakazoid is more of this weird inner child spirit or something that just want to release out from Dexter that he doesn't really do with much of his life, and Freakazoid just like provides that fill in his life where he just does what he can, feels like does what he wants, and just do things that Dexter could never do, you know? That's how I feel.
You wanna know the scary
Yeah.
part about that? I was thinking literally the exact same fucking thing just now.
Yeah, it's that Dexter, he never have a, he just sit there on his computer, just standing there doing stuff we don't know why he's looking up. He may be looking up something inappropriate, we don't even know it.
To be
Sadly,
fair
I don't
though,
think
consider how his
Dexter
family
would be that
treats
type of thing.
him.
But I'll agree with Justin. I think he's like his inner child that wants to come out and stuff.
I feel, yeah, it's like his inner child that just wants to break free, let him have the fun, and let Freakazoid do things that Dexter could never really do.
Hi, I'm
like-
Dexter. I have an inner child I unleash upon the world by being fucking insane.
I mean, I'm surprised how he's able to keep it all in, especially with, like you said, his family.
You spend far too much time with your computer. It's not healthy.
It's my life.
That's so very, very sad.
That was messed up, by the way. Just like that first episode where Dexter was like his mom says, you can't spend all your time on the computer. It's my life. That's so very, very sad. I'm like,
Oh, that's low.
That was low, even for a parent.
No, here's one worse in my book, and here's why. And okay, like when they're opening up their Christmas present, and Dexter got his chip in episode, I think it was 7. And of course he was trying to explain, at least he was trying to explain the most basic way possible what the chip does for his computer. And what happens? It's like, Dexter, you're boring us again. I'm like, nigga. Really? That's what you say to your kid? Be proud that your kid's a smart motherfucker. Like, be proud that your kid is a smart motherfucker. Don't just, treat him like that. That's my honest opinion on that. Like,
Yeah, it's true.
what do you guys think?
Dexter is. I agree with you. Dexter is smart.
the thing is, here's the thing. If anything, I feel like if Dexter could really control what he is, and with all that power, I feel like I'm surprised how he didn't become a villain with all the times he's been pushed around and shit, like how he didn't become a villain. The only thing that I feel like that really stopped him was his good, kind heart.
Not just that, but Roddy McNeil may have played a part in it along with Cosgrove, so there's that.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, technically speaking, I have to look this up to be sure. Dexter's only true friend in the world, if you think about it, is Cosgrove. Ouch.
Well, kind of, yeah. Well, though there is, frick. Though, I'm trying to think of what's her name. That one girl.
Oh, that blonde chick.
Stephanie, that was technically his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but still a friend of Dexter.
Yeah, it's still a friend. Yeah, it's still a friend of Dexter. Yeah.
Mostly in a relationship with the Freakazoid. But,
Pretty much.
And I want to say, well, Cosgrove kind of did, but he kind of gave him the wrong reasons. Like, at one of the episodes, sort of like the origin, we'll talk about more of it in our favorites episodes and stuff. Like, Cosgrove and Freakazoid were just hanging out. Like, I think they were having ice cream or something, because why not? Cosgrove was like saying, you could become a superhero, and Freakazoid's like, I don't know. Cosgrove was saying, like, you could have all that glory, and he's like, nah. You could probably have some wealth and fame and help those in need. Nah. You could get a lot of chicks. All right.
That's the.
At least he's honest about it.
A little more to the left. A little more. No, too much. Yeah, put it back where it was.